Hi there, my name is Kronenberg and welcome to my channel. This is a film review of The Devil's Triangle. It's an action sci-fi film, mostly sci-fi I would say. Came out in 2021, although Amazon says it's 2022, so that's wrong. Its IMDb is a 15, Amazon is a 16 plus. It's an hour and 27 minutes. Amazon is 2.8 out of 5, IMDb is 2.3 out of 10. I'm going to do the Amazon synopsis. When a group of marine biologists crash land in the Bermuda Triangle, they realise that they have stumbled into the lost city of Atlantis. But they quickly discover the city isn't friendly, and its humanoid inhabitants are planning worldwide domination using the piles of weapons and technology that have fallen through the triangle over the centuries. Yeah, kind of, I suppose. The director is Brendan Petrizzo, who directed Monster Hunters. Producers, well, there's 6 of them, but with producer on, we have David Michael Latt, L-A-T-T, who produced Witch Hunter. Music was by Christopher Cano, C-A-N-O, who did Zombie Tidal Wave, and Michael Shane Prather, who did The Twisters. The cast, well, we have Tori Richardson, who was Ruth Dubois, who was in Central Valley. Mark Valeriano, who was Owen Dubois, who was in Big Shark. Alison, A-L-Y-S-O-N, Gorske, G-O-R-S-K-E, who is Sam Taylor, who is in the series Obliterated. Morgan Bradley, who was Vera Collins, who was in Road to Boston. Liam Hawley, who was Del Collins, was in Samland. Myrom, M-Y-R-O-M, Kingery, K-I-N-G-E-R-Y, was King Neros, who was also in Thor, God of Thunder, and Fred Williamson, who was Pluto, was in From Dusk Till Dawn. It's filmed on the Wedge Newport Beach in Norris County, California, USA, the California Institute of Abnormal Arts, Los Angeles, California, USA, JLFX Studios in Burbank, California, USA, and Central City Studio 1 in Canoga Park, California, USA. So it's on Freevee. I had 2 adverts, so that wasn't too bad, and it's also an asylum film. That's if you're curious about those. So it starts with how Atlantis became hidden and how outsiders wanted to conquer it, but to defend it they used this Hydra, this kind of like sea beast thing. I think it's on the trailer, I can't remember. So you're on a plane. It says 2 microbiologists. Well, it says a group of marine biologists. There's 2. The others are not a group. There's 2. Anyway, so we're sat there on this plane, right? And I think it's our 2 biologists, right? Sat there, just moving slightly. There's a bit of turbulence, you know, and they're kind of like just moving back and side and all that. We flip to a guy in pink, and he basically looks like he's on a rocking chair, bouncing all over the place. It's like, are you on the same plane? So obviously the plane's not really doing any of that. So they're trying to just pretend that they've got turbulence. So obviously it crashes. So we're in the ocean. And I saw the shark attack, right? The sharks were quite large, but this woman got killed first, right? And then this other woman was like going, "Are you okay?" She went, "Yeah, there's a problem with my leg." They're swimming, you know. And then this shark appears, right, and grabs her leg, and she goes, "Ow, my leg!" No screaming or anything. Then gets dragged under. It's like, I'm pretty sure that if a shark grabbed hold of your leg, you'd say more than, "Ow, my leg." Now, I've reviewed a lot of asylum films lately, so I can recognise names of the crew. So I recognise the director; he's well known. The producer, I mean, and the music people, and the director as well. It's kind of like watching a crappy version of Lost. As we're on the beach with all the chairs, etc. If you've never seen Lost, yeah, it's not that bad, I'll put it that way. It starts off quite promising. It's like, oh, this is interesting, and the ending's a bit of a damp squib. It's like, oh, can we finish this and make it look like a bit sappy? Yeah, let's do that. Sounds cool. So I saw this woman get eaten by a shark, right? The shark, I think it's on one of the images or something, not on the images I've got. Shark comes up, grabs her from underneath and swallows her whole. So it's a big shark. And next minute, the shark is taken by the Hydra and ripped to pieces. I thought, my God. It's actually cool if Atlantis is down there at the bottom. Not this one, but just Atlantis in itself. And it's a good thing that we have 2 marine biologists down there, because, you know, they need some help. But it's okay, because they're being shown stuff on how defences are created, what weapons there are, you know, all this stuff to do with some algae and all that lot. And it's like, should they have told them that? So the algae is their main thing, because apparently without it, they're defenceless against the Hydra. What do you think? That's what they said. And now I wasn't expecting one of the deaths. It just literally happened in front of my eyes. I was like, oh, what the hell? It's not always the typical somebody's gonna die this way sort of thing. So in many of action films, mostly horrors I would say as well, but in action films you see this a bit, they keep on using wrong lights. So this time we've got purple lights, right? Even though we're at the bottom of the ocean, purple light is the best they have. Everywhere you go it's purple or dark pink or whatever it is. It's literally anyway. If you can hear any weird noises, I apologise, my dog's having a session behind me. So we're getting a science lesson about climate change, right? So the king's going on about climate change being really bad and all this business, which is understandable. And then the king said, your cities will flood. And Samantha says, no, our governments have been making this their top priority. The king says, no, your governments are lying to you. And she goes, no, you're wrong. And I'm like, actually, that's probably quite true. Because let's think, top priority, right? So we have a climate, I don't know what OP stands for, COP, but we have that, yeah, the COP. And what we on, 28 or 30? Shouldn't we be on, shouldn't we have finished it and just got on with it? No, it's because we keep on having new ones. Have you noticed they're always in the rich countries as well? You don't have COP 24 or COP 12 or COP 92 or whatever it is in, say, I don't know, in England, the Isle of Wight, or let's say one of the Channel Islands, or I don't know, one like Mexico or something like that. Do you see in those places? No, let's do it all in the rich countries because yeah, that's gonna. Sorry, I've just jumped sideways. But don't worry, we've now gone into a green room. So we have purple and now green. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But now about 90% of all the rooms and the corridors are purple. It's a bit poor in parts, I must admit. I've just seen our group trying to sneak away. Guards find them at this like corridor, and they're like, "Stop, no further," and they just stand there, you know, like they're either in a corridor or on a stage or something. Because nobody's moving. It's bizarre. And it seems like they only have about 5 guards for the whole of Atlantis. So I keep seeing the same ones. And obviously they died, which means we don't see any more. And it's like, I'm pretty sure if you're being attacked by, as they called them, the outsiders, the humans above, you'd have a bit more than 5 scabby guards at the bottom of the ocean. Oh, jeez. The death afterwards one was pretty good. I had to rewatch again to think, did that person just die? One of the groups, but one of them overpowered one of the guards by kicking them in the shin, and then the guard was rubbing her foot, going, "Ow, my foot! Ow, ow!" I thought, oh, come on. So it's a bit lame in parts. It's a 4 for me, you know. The only reason I gave it 4 was because of the Hydra and the shark, because I thought they were pretty cool. Otherwise, it would be a 3. You know, I don't always say bad things about certain films, but this was just no, just no. Oh, and by the way, it says on the whatchamacallit, DVD cover or whatever it is, Fred Williamson in. Well, let me put it this way: he's in the film for about. If I was to calculate how long he's in it for about maybe 10 minutes, I would say, give or take. Beginning, you see him sort of selling his wares in this like market. I assume it's a market. I don't know because we don't see anybody else, which is another strange thing. There's no other people there. So we see him there. We see him in a cell, and then we see him exiting. Yeah, about I would say maximum 10 minutes. So it's usual. Here's a guy. He's been in Dusk Till Dawn. If you've not seen the film, watch it. It's a good film. I think he's the he's the guy in there. If you ever want to see it. But yeah, it's a good film. It's Dusk Till Dawn. Far better than this one, obviously. Anyway, there we go. Hopefully if you enjoyed watching this film review of Devil's Triangle, please subscribe to my channel. I've got plenty of the film reviews. I've got quite a lot of Asylums. I've even got a playlist going of them now, so you can start watching those if you want to, if you just like Asylum films, because don't worry, they have got loads, and I mean loads. Am I going to watch them all? I'll have a damn good go. I'll probably lose my sanity at the end of it all. But there you go. Okay, well, thank you and goodbye.